Howdy, y'all. TheGooseFathr here. I'm incredibly excited that today I get a card reveal for you, Stelle cards, and what I think are some of the coolest Stelle cards. If you are just here to see the cards themselves, I'm going to save you all a lot of time. Just click the top link below. That'll bring you to an image of the cards, or just go to the very end of this video where I have a screenshot of all 5 cards in one place for you. If you want a little bit more information, I'm going to go through each card one by one here. I am going to tell you the upgrade paths of each card, so it's silver, gold, and diamond, what those cards upgrade to. If you want a lot more information, I just did a live stream where I revealed the cards to chat. We talked about them, we theory crafted them, we talked about them in context of other revealed cards, so that'll be up a little bit later today. But without any further ado, let's just get into the cards. Up first, we have Red Lantern. This is a small passive item that reads adjacent items have 10% crit chance. While this is flying, this has double crit chance bonus. This card begins at bronze, and its upgrade path is to gain 10% crit per tier, meaning that it has 20 at silver, 30 at gold, and 40 at diamond. Again, this card gives double crit chance bonus while it's flying, meaning if you can get it flying and up to diamond, you get 80% crit chance on adjacent cards. This is a great way to solve damage problems with a single small item. Up next, we have Chicken Cannon with some of the most fun art in the game. This is a medium weapon that begins at bronze. It is also a toy because apparently shooting chickens out of cannons is something children do in the Bazaar. The item reads deal 15 damage. Adjacent shield items gain shield equal to this item's damage for the fight. This is a 7-second cooldown. So the way this card works is whatever the damage number is on Chicken Cannon when it fires at 7 seconds will be applied to the adjacent shield items in terms of shield scaling. So as you ramp up the damage on this card, you're also ramping up your shield scaling that it applies to adjacent cards. This is a very strong card in the early game in terms of just building up defensive layers to weather the storm. This card's upgrade path is 10 damage per tier. So at silver, it's 25 damage. At gold, it is 35 damage. And at diamond, it's 45 damage. Next, we have a really fun and complex card in Aerial Turret. This is a medium weapon that also has the drone and tech tags. It begins at bronze. It has a 7-second cooldown, and it has both a active and passive effect. The active effect is deal 10 damage and reduce this item's cooldown by 1 second. This means every time Aerial Turret fires, it reduces its own cooldown. The passive text reads, while this is flying, this has 1 multicast. So if you can get this card up in the air, at 7 seconds, it swings twice, reducing its own cooldown by 2 seconds. And then in 5 seconds, it will swing 2 more times, getting itself to 3. And in 3 seconds, it will swing 2 more times, getting itself to a 1-second item with multicast. This item is incredibly strong if you build well around it, especially in the early game. The upgrade paths for this card are 10 extra damage at each tier, meaning it is 20 damage at silver, 30 damage at gold, and 40 damage at diamond. Up next, we have a card that looks familiar, but isn't. It is the reworked Gatling Gun. This is another incredibly complex and fun card that is a medium weapon. It starts at silver with a 6-second cast time. The active text reads, deal 25 damage. This gains 5% crit chance for the fight, and multicast 2. The passive text is, the first time you use this, this item's cooldown is halved for the fight. What this means is, at 6 seconds, Gatling Gun will swing twice, each swing giving itself 5% crit chance. It then becomes a 3-second item, and so every 3 seconds, it swings 2 more times and continues to scale its own crit chance as it does so. If that doesn't sound cool enough, the upgrade tiers for this card is that it gains 5% more crit chance scaling at each level, and it has a 1-second cooldown reduction at each tier. So at gold, this is a 5-second card that scales its own crit at 10% per swing. And at diamond, this is a 4-second card that scales its crit chance 15% per swing. And remember, after that first cast, it is halved. So at diamond, at 4 seconds, this swings twice, giving itself 30% crit chance, and then every 2 seconds thereafter, it swings 2 more times, giving itself 30% more crit chance. If you don't think this is a good card, I just encourage you to go fight Lord Arkin and find out for yourself how fun and terrifying this could be. And finally, we have the incredibly cool, incredibly versatile Vortex Cannon. This is a large weapon with a tech tag. It begins at gold. It has only a 4-second cooldown. Its active text reads, deal 25 damage and all items start flying. And its passive text reads, when any player uses a flying item, this gains 25 damage for the fight. What this means in practice is that this item is a great activator for all of your flying items, all of your items that have cool effects while flying. It also lifts the enemy's board off the ground, and anytime they use any of their items, they are scaling the damage on your 4-second Vortex Cannon. This card has so many implications. It works in so many builds. It is incredibly fun. If the enemy somehow manages to get their cards on the ground, every time Vortex Cannon swings, it'll bring them back up in the air. Obviously, there's some counterplay against other Stelles, where if you're assisting them getting their items flying, it might do some damage to you. But all in all, this is just such a fun card with so many fun applications. The upgrade tier of this is that it gains 25 more damage at Diamond. So at Diamond, it deals 50 damage. And when any player uses a flying item, this gains 50 damage for the fight. So those are the 5 cards I have for you today. I am super grateful to Tempo Storm for giving me the chance to share these cards with you. I think they're really exciting, fun cards, and I think that they have some great synergies with some of our other mechanics. If you're interested in more information about these cards, I did a live stream reveal of them today with my chat, where we talked about them in context of all of the other Stelle revealed cards, and we theory crafted how they might be used in various builds. That video will be up a little bit later today on this channel. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the card reveal, and I hope to see you out there in the bazaar.